Manning out of the gun. Manning lets it fly. It's caught by Thomas. There's the record for Peyton Manning.
Nothing wrong with Orange and Blue Podcast.
What is up, Broncos country? How you doing, NRW crew? Man, what a week this is, right? Because the Broncos, not only victorious, the Broncos, they gloriously trampled the Cowboys, and it felt so good. I've been on cloud nine all week, brother. I mean, it's been wild.
Tell us how you really feel, John. Tell us.
I just did. How you doing, everybody? Isaiah, how you doing, brother?
Oh, good. End of a long week. It's still got a little bit more to go, but I definitely got Sunday to look forward to. So,
Sure.
Yeah, we actually put a whooping on the Cowboys, and it felt good. It looked good. So,
nice way to say it.
So we're ready to move on to the Eagles to hopefully do the same thing. So, I'm excited to talk about it.
Well, you're right. And when you're right, you're right. And you're definitely right. All right. So, everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue Podcast on MHRT Network. We are a fan-led Broncos-based podcast talking all things NFL news, but mostly Broncos. We love all of you. We are excited that you're here. See if you like what you hear. Like, subscribe, share it out there. Get it out to your friends. Let's build this family.
Get it out.
Okay, hit that notification. When we go live, you know that we're live and you can join us. All right, do not miss our other shows. All right, on Tuesday is Broncos Talk with a 6'10" Mexican and Richie at 7654 on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Not Twitter right now. Sorry, not Twitter right now. No, it is on Twitter. You can still see it on Twitter. On Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Okay, then on Thursdays, the flagship podcast, MHRT Podcast. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, 7654. Same time for all three shows. We went a little bit late tonight, and I do apologize for that because we had some weird technical difficulty at the very beginning, and I'm not sure what happened. So we're going to make up for it. On Sundays, or rather on game days, about an hour and a half before each game, we go live with the Neighborhood. All right. It's our pregame show. I'm sorry. Did I miss it? The Neighborhood.
You thought you were just gonna roll past like that, and you were.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Nothing gets past me, Johnny.
My head's in a cloud right now. Okay. No, the Neighborhood is our pregame show. We talk. We get our demons out before each game, and we make our predictions, and we have some fun. All right, leading up to the game. Okay, so please like, subscribe, share, join us for all of our shows. You will not be disappointed. This is a family. We love we love everybody in here.
All of them.
We cannot wait to grow this family. Now, it's been pointed out to us that there are some people that watch this on Twitter that comment, and we haven't been able to actually see your comments, and we apologize. It's not our fault. It's Twitter's fault. So
yeah, we feel absolutely terrible about that.
Yeah. So if you're on Twitter and
we
you
got together
say
as a team, yeah.
If you're on Twitter and you want to be in on the conversation, you want to talk. Right beneath our faces, you can see our names there and our Twitter handle, right? Hit us up shoot us a DM on Twitter. We will gladly talk about it on the show while we're live. Okay?
Yeah. So we'll definitely be checking our DMs and throughout and make sure if you're on Twitter watching and you have any questions, DM either one of us at the bottom of the screen. Text us your question, and then we're definitely going to read it. We're definitely going to read and definitely going to get to it. So we're just trying to look out for you guys, and hopefully they can fix this mistake. So.
Absolutely.
Let's talk Broncos.
Lord knows it needs to get fixed.
Agreed.
So, y'all, let's talk about, this show is mostly going to be focused on previewing this next game against the Eagles. But you know what? We cannot not talk about what we saw on Sunday. We just can't. I mean,
obviously, we're going to talk about what happened.
Obviously, but I'm just saying, like, this, what an exciting, it was, Isaiah, you go. I'm like so like pumped up that I can't even find the right words.
It was well, it was an incredible win all around. I mean, great play calling. I mean, special teams was as Fangio said, sleeping. They took a day off. But other than that, it was great offensive play calling. The defense was hyped and energetic. And I'm telling you, those Ohio State boys can play.
Dude, I mean,
Cooper, Browning, Jones,
like,
those Ohio State boys can play.
Oh, they can. And we're gonna have 3 guys starting from Ohio State. I mean, that's wild, dude. That's wild. And most of them that they played together. Like they did. At some point in time, they all played together. At some point, they all played together, and that's just crazy. But you know what? It was an incredible team win. Like that's what it really came down to. Like there was some amazing individual efforts, things that really you saw this player and this player and this player. Everybody made these incredible moments.
And it was each level. It was each level of the defense.
As a team, it came together. It came together and it meshed and it worked. And it looks like they look right now.
Look good, yeah.
They look the way we expected them to coming out of out of training camp and going into the preseason and all that. That's how we expected them to look. You know what? And like Justin Simmons, God bless him. I love Justin Simmons. I'm about to buy a new jersey because I kind of got surprised real quick. I kind of got surprised this week by my wonderful wife. She comes up and she's like, "I'm going to tell you. You're going to find out right now what your Christmas and birthday gift are." She's combining them because they're kind of close together. She's like, "Your Christmas and birthday gift. I bought plane tickets, rented a car. I've got a hotel lined up, and I've got you club level seats to watch the season finale in Denver against the Chiefs." And I'm just like on cloud 9 right now. Like I actually, I haven't. I'm going to be honest with you, NRW crew. I haven't been to a home game since I was 16 years old. Now, granted, before that, I went to countless games. But once when I turned 16, my grandfather gave up his season tickets because it was getting too hard for him to climb those stands. And since then, I haven't been to a home game. So it's my first one in 16 years that I'm going to at home. So and like I said, it's a season finale. It's a division rivalry. It's the Chiefs. I am so incredibly pumped. So I'm getting a Justin Simmons jersey. I want a Justin Simmons jersey. So I love him. So that being said, we're going back to the game, the win. So, like Justin Simmons said in his post-game presser, and the moment that everybody's pointing out, like in the media, the players, everybody's pointing out, is the moment that the Broncos were just like, "No, we're winning this game." Was the moment on the second drive in the first quarter that the Cowboys decided to go for it on 4th and 1, while in field goal range. And like they all said
they were driving at that point too. They were driving at that point too. It wasn't just the first drive, yeah.
But I mean, it was the second drive, and it was their second possession, and they were driving down the field. They were in field goal range, and they decided to go for it on 4th and 1. Now, it wasn't just Justin Simmons. Deshaun Williams talked about it too. He's like, when we saw that they weren't leaving the field and they were going for it on 4th and 1 while in field goal range in the first quarter, that was disrespect. They're like, we're just going to run this team over and do whatever we want. Yeah, and every player on the team, because Benjamin Albright talked about it a little bit this week. Like these guys aren't deaf. They hear what the national media is saying. They hear what local media is saying. They hear what the fans are saying. Their family, their friends, they hear everything. Okay. So they're already feeling somewhat disrespected, but they're also living that whole, like, I don't give a crap what you think kind of life. Right. Until another team, the other team, their peers, their, whoever they disrespected them. And all of a sudden they were just like, boom, this is not going to be a thing.
Yeah, like that Michael Jordan meme, and then I took that personal.
Exactly. They took it personal. And Justin Simmons, God bless him. He shot the gap, and he flew through and took down Ezekiel Elliott behind the line. And that moment, the Broncos were just like set the tone for the whole game.
Momentum never switched back.
Yeah, no, never. And that's the thing. That's what they need to keep doing. I mean, like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that because of this win that we are now, we're going to the playoffs. Obviously, this game shows it. Look, I'm excited about it. It was fun. It was a blast. We have not seen a win like that in Denver since Peyton Manning left. We have not.
Yeah.
We have not seen that kind of win in a long time.
We put up 30 for the first time this season, too.
It felt good. It was a routing, purely and simple. And people all over the place are making excuses for the Cowboys. And you know what? I'm sorry. Look, I've watched the tape. Y'all didn't actually, we had an off day. And no, you guys actually played pretty good. We just played that much better. So you know what? We may not be necessarily able to say, hey, we're playoff bound now. But you know what? It's a good momentum. We are now, we're not on a 2-game. I guess you can't say a 2-game win streak. 3 is a streak. So you can say we're back. We got back-to-back wins.
We got some momentum going.
We got some momentum. And one of those wins was against a team that we should not have been able to beat. Based on stats and all that, we should not have been able to.
They were 6-1. Their offense, they're considered the number 1 offense.
Like even us on the neighborhood on this last Sunday, none of us picked the Broncos to win.
Right.
None of us. I have never been happier for every single member of MHRT to be wrong. It was a blast. It was a blast.
I loved it.
Let me jump to the comments real quick because we got them piling up a little bit. So Mundunga says to me, quit breaking my stuff. Not my fault. I don't know what happened. I clicked go live and the whole thing just crashed. Not my issue. Yep. No, it's always on purpose. Yeah, that's me. I like wrecking things, Jay, my cousin Jay Weaver, who was on the neighborhood with us this last Sunday, Dreamweaver, says hope is restored with that win. And you are not wrong, cuz like that was
true.
That was true. I mean, it was cheers to the Broncos, man.
To that win. Got the koozie.
Like I said, as I'm reading these comments, y'all, if you're on Twitter and you're trying to comment and it's not coming through and I'm not reading it, it's because I can't see it. So if you want to comment again, I'm going to remind everybody, hit me or Isaiah up in the DMs, in our DMs on Twitter. Our handles are right beneath our faces.
They're not.
When when the comments are down, you can see our handles there. Hit us up on Twitter. Shoot it to us in the DM. We will discuss it. Okay. We got Avatar. Oh, as always, Avatar, big in the house. What's up, Broncos country? Let's beat the Birds this weekend.
Yeah, let's do it. Sounds good. Sounds like a winning plan.
We got Mr. Tommy. This is a new one, I think. I don't recognize it. Mr. Tommy Simmers.
Welcome,
Tommy. I don't recognize that name. Tommy, it's good to see you, my friend.
Cheers.
We cheers all of our new names.
Hey, John, have you seen these new Bud Platinum bottles? They're all fancy.
No, because I don't drink that. I don't drink that nasty stuff.
Whatever. Fancy. I like it.
It's disgusting. No, I don't care what. No, that stuff is nasty.
It tastes better than a Broncos koozie, though.
I bet. You mean the koozie that you stole from my man cave? That one? Okay.
That didn't happen.
It totally
Allegedly.
Did. Allegedly. I'm literally looking at the Broncos koozie that you stole from my man cave right now. So, I'm sorry. Tommy Simmers, Shermer out, Shula in. This week will settle or start a lot of debates. And that's true.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Pat Shermer is out calling the offensive shots this game.
Breaking news right before.
He got the Rona.
Pat Shermer Shula's going to be calling the plays, so we all get to see in Broncos country.
The last here, correct me if I'm wrong, I hadn't heard for sure if it was going to be Shula or Modkins.
It was Shula. It was announced. It was
announced in Shula. Yeah, okay, that's hey. Listen, he's the son of Don Shula. I mean, come on, dude. I'd want him calling my offense.
No, so the question is, Johnny, though.
Yeah.
Last week, Pat Shermer was calling the plays, and everybody, including myself, said it was an almost perfectly offensively coached game. So does Shula stick with Shermer's playbook? And repeat last week, or does he throw in, or does he bring in his own, or I think he'll just call Shermer.
Here's what I'm going to say. First of all, Shula's not going to change it up much.
That's what I'm going to say.
Change it up. And here's why. Yeah. The team is on. The team right now is dialed into this playbook. Okay, like they know these plays. He's not going to try to throw wrenches because that's not going to help the team.
Right.
Okay.
But he may not call it in the order that Shermer calls.
Maybe not. Game plan differently. That's the only difference is when he makes the play calls. But here's what I think happened this week because, excuse me, I have been waiting to talk about this because, I've been thinking about it. Like, if you really go back, you watch the tape. I've rewatched it the whole game. Like, well, at least the without commercials and without breaks and stuff. I've watched it. I've watched the whole game 3 times because it was so exciting, and 2 because I want to see what we changed, what we did differently. I want to see it better. Watching the tape over and over and over, I can tell you right now. Like Vic Fangio said in his post game presser that Pat Shermer made the play calls. The offensive play calls. That's what he said. He said it was Pat Shermer. The only thing I can come to that would show why we saw such a drastic difference is somebody finally somebody with a big position, with a big position behind their name, walked into either Vic Fangio's office or Pat Shermer's office or both and said, "Look, old man, I get you're stuck in your ways, but guess what? Your way isn't working. And if you don't change it, you're gone." They were I really feel like somebody knocked on a door and said, "Fix it or you're fired."
Yeah,
Plain and simple.
And they came out hungry
because
the running game.
I can think
The running game was very successful.
Yeah, well, you think about it, okay? He's heard for weeks, just like the players. He's heard the national media talking smack on him. He's heard the fan base. He's on Twitter. You may not be able to find him. I guarantee he's on Twitter. He's got a burner account, or he's whatever. He's seeing all the comments. He sees what the fans say. He sees what the media says. He sees all of it, man. And guess what? Nothing was changing. It was the same tired play calling repeatedly. So what changes? Only one thing could have happened, in my opinion, and that's somebody banged on his door and said, "Fix it or you're fired."
Well, he saved his job so far.
And then he's like, okay, fine, I'll change it up. God, and like, here, look, I did. There, we're going to do something different this week. And they did, and it was amazing. All right.
And that running the ball worked too.
Yeah, Tommy brings up that 4th down stop. In fact, not just 1, 4. They went 4 times on 4th down and did not achieve it once.
Yeah, that's how it was. Yeah, it was.
And Jay brings up the fact that Kellen Moore, who has been touted as a possible future head coach of the Denver Broncos, did not turn up. And no, he didn't. The Broncos just outplayed and outcoached the Cowboys this week. Period.
6-1 Cowboys, whose offense was on fire.
I mean, you can argue that the Cowboys had the number 1 offense in the NFL at the going into that game.
Everybody was saying they're contenders.
They were at least top 3 in every offensive category.
Yes,
like every other team that was like had the top passing, and then this one has the top running, but they would have like off behind 5 and stuff for other things,
right?
But the Dallas Cowboys went into this with top 3 in every single offensive statistical category. Easily the number 1 offense in the NFL, in my opinion. And
the score was 30-0 with 5
minutes. They scored 2 touchdowns. It took them 55 minutes to put any points on the board. They were in garbage time. Playing against our like 4th string players who we just on the field to get a few moments on the field. You know what I mean? So it was beautiful.
It was.
Avatar said. Patrick said something during his post-game interview. Trying to remember.
I think he was referring to a topic we were talking about earlier.
Which one?
I cannot remember the topic.
Okay. Help me out, Avatar. Let me know, and we'll go. Still not seeing anybody DMing me on Twitter, so that's okay. Like I said, just reminding everybody, if you're on Twitter and you want to comment, just hit one of us up in the DMs. Broncos _ or word over world with 2 underscores, okay?
Well, why don't we give them the other? I'll give them the other Twitter too. So the other Twitter name is also the Broncos Twitter is nothing _ So 2 underscores.
That's just for our podcast Twitter. All right, you can hit us up on any of those 3, and we'll get to your comments. I promise you. Okay. Let's see. We got Shadow Jacker in the house. Hello, everyone. What is up, my friend Shadow? Tommy Simmers, the O-line showed out for Denver.
Yes.
You darn right, man. And here's the funny thing. They showed out the most when the backups came in.
Calvin Anderson was played a hell of a game.
It sucked starting without Garrett Bowles, but Calvin Anderson put on a show. Then Bobby Massey goes down, and I swear, the moment they announced that Cam Fleming was going in the game, I started rubbing my temples. I'm sitting there like, no. And then he actually did a good job. I was proud, like I wouldn't say he blew the roof off the stadium, but he did a good job. And then, of course, like the one that I got most excited about was watching Quinn Miners come in for Graham Glasgow.
Oh man,
because the belly of the beast, man, he unleashed the belly, man, and boy did he go! Like I mean,
the commentators
that angry run by Javonte Williams, that beautiful like where
did he get the scepter?
Yeah, I'm sure. I haven't actually watched, but I think he did. I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't. I didn't see any other runs like that all week. There was
angry
run like that all week. He got the offensive rookie of the week.
Congratulations, Javonte.
So yeah, congratulations to Javonte Williams for achieving offensive rookie of the week.
From one pookie to another.
But you watch that tape, you watch it back, and you watch it in slow motion, dude. He gets stopped like dead in his tracks by like 5 or 6 dudes. They're on him. And all of a sudden, Quinn Myers is behind him, just like, shoving him through that pile. He gets through and he got another 16, 17 yards.
Everything was clicking, and the way that we used him and the way he runs, he's exciting. He's that. Yeah. So, he's that excitement that we were looking at that Philip Lindsay had. That he brings that excitement just like Philip Lindsay did when you watch him run. But he can catch better, and he brings it to the table. So, I mean, we were hurt when Philip Lindsay was let go.
It was sad. But,
but I think we can give George Payton. It was sad. It's always sad. But we can give George Payton some credit because he definitely did a great job of drafting a fantastic replacement back.
Yes.
And the
Mundungus corrected me. I'm sorry. Mundungus, I think, was the lone member of MHRT that picked the Broncos to win.
That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
Good. He doesn't get paid jack. We don't get paid anything. None of us do. This is all for the passion, for the love of the game, right? I wanted to point out that I decided to wear my retro hat today.
I was looking at that. It looks good.
Simply because this is Color Rush week, baby. This is Color Rush Sunday.
Those helmets are
We're
pretty.
gonna be rocking those retro helmets with the navy blue instead of the sky blue. But I love it, and I'm so excited to see that on the field.
And we have the potential to go into the bye 6-4.
6-4.
We have the potential. And you know what? I don't think this is like a Dallas game where Dallas looked over the head of the Broncos and we're just looking past us. We're not looking past the Eagles.
This episode is titled "Don't Overlook the Eagles." And the reason for that, it's the Broncos. It's don't overlook the Eagles, and that is simply because listen, the Cowboys walked into that stadium on Sunday into a trap game, which is if you remember last week on Broncos Talk and on the Neighborhood when we watched when True Blue, the super fan of the Cowboys, did his hot 5 takes of what it will take for the Cowboys to win the game. His biggest one was one of his biggest ones that he made emphasis on was don't let it be a trap game. And it's exactly what happened. But now,
I don't think we have the
mentality. Cannot let the same thing happen. We
I don't
cannot
think we have the mentality going into Philadelphia playing the Eagles.
We have to not. It's a home game that we got that going for us.
Yeah, and I think we know what it's like to, I think we know the possibility of turning it around and going to the, if we lose this week, it will be for naught.
It'd be for nothing. It would mean nothing. Momentum gone.
Yeah, especially going into the bye week. But going to the bye week, you go in there. They all know they can go in 6-4.
6-4, baby. Come back from a
3-game slide. Yeah, Garrett Bowles is up, but Calvin Anderson did such a good job that the coaches trust him to keep Garrett Bowles out for one more week.
For sure.
And that's great on Calvin. That's great on Calvin.
Let me see. Tommy Simmers, he toasted us back. Cheers to you, brother. It's awesome. Shadow asks what the temperature of the room on the Broncos progression versus regressions this Sunday. Trying to understand exactly what you mean by that.
Do you think you think what's going to progress and what's going to regress?
Let us know, Shadow. Yeah, let us know what you think because I'm trying to play. I'm trying to understand what you mean by that, and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it if I don't understand what the question truly understand what the question is. Avatar, I'm anxious to unleash my new jersey this weekend. Which jersey? Who've you got?
I think did he say Justin Simmons?
I said I was gonna get it. I was gonna buy a Justin.
That was
Simmons.
you. Oh, yeah, that was you.
Let me see. So going down. Shermer finally stuck to the double tight end sets. Turns out he's more comfortable running without Fant's terrible run blocking.
Yeah, I was watching that. Alberto's really good run blocker.
Alberto is gonna, inarguably right now, he's the more likely run. Tight end one.
I don't have a problem with that, and I think
now bringing that up, Tommy Simmers and Landon Clark said 2 words: run the game. The run game. Run the ball. Look Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon combined for 190 yards on the ground last
195.
Sunday.
190. Yeah. And
190. Don't mess
split backs. The way they split reps.
Oh, it was great.
Incredible.
It was incredible. It was phenomenal.
What did Melvin Gordon have? 80 yards. I know Javonte had 111.
The key's right there. Running up the gut. Now Philadelphia has a decent defensive line. They do. All right, so we can try a few other things. All right, but we need to stick to the run game. It's our strength right now. It's the key to us continuing to do what we're doing.
And we get Teddy Bridgewater time.
It absolutely is. And I cannot overstate, it cannot be overstated the impact that having Jerry Jeudy back has brought to this team.
Yeah.
It has
that
opened
catch was beautiful.
So much possibility.
That catch was beautiful. Oh my, he opens the field because his route running.
Yeah, but not just that. Having him on the field means that it means that other players are actually able to make other plays. Outside of it has opened up possibilities across the board.
I mean, that Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, Albert O, and Jerry Jeudy lineup that's vicious. Think about it, that sounds good. You have a player, two deep ball players. One's also a playmaker. One's a
whiz kid. Landon,
but you have
buddy. I have a Cowboys fan living with me right now. I've gotten to wake up every day and just, hey, so how about them Broncos? He has not been a happy camper.
My mother-in-law's a Cowboys fan.
He's been really mad this week. It's been fun for me. I've been having a lot of fun. All right. So I'm glad that you have had that same fun as I have there, Wiz Kid.
But with this lineup we have, Johnny, with Albert O in there, our goal line offense should be vicious.
Okay. So Avatar was reiterating what his question was about. So the temperature, I think he's saying the question. Oh, that was Shadowjacker. Okay, so are you asking? I think he's asking about how Dallas going forward on fourth down was disrespectful. So Avatar, like players at that early in the game, okay, scoreless game. It's in the first quarter, right? At that point, you expect teams to kick it. When they get to fourth down, they're going to kick a field goal if they're in range to get points on the board, right? The other team choosing to go for it at that time is their way of saying, we've seen the news, we've seen the social media, we've listened to people, and you know what? These guys can't stop us. That was their way of saying the Broncos, they ain't got nothing that can stop us. We're gonna tear right through them.
I like it.
And they felt disrespectful. They felt the Broncos literally said it. They felt disrespected. So you know what?
Smashed the rest of the game.
They showed them, you know what? No. We're gonna stop you behind the line of scrimmage. Then we're gonna give it to our offense, who's gonna go through you like a hot.
Then we're gonna give it to our offense, who's gonna dust your number one cornerback in the league.
Yeah. I mean,
come on.
44-yard pass to Tim Patrick over Trayvon Diggs' head. What?
That's how the Broncos need to play. When
it was
you take it personal. It's like,
and I mean, like I said
that's
earlier,
what you're gonna do.
190 yards on the ground. Yeah, and 190 yards on the ground. Our running backs went through them like a red hot razor blade through one-ply tissue paper, toilet tissue. Like it was done.
It was beautiful.
So that's why they felt disrespected, bud. It's simply because they should have gone for it and put points on the board, but instead they were like, no, we can take.
He put in the comments. He said he was talking about Tim Patrick's reaction to how it was disrespected.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah. So there you go. I mean,
but I like that. Play like that every week. Play like that every week. That's how we need to play every week. Like
Avatar also says 2 words: hit Hurts. So put the Jalen Hurts on Jalen Hurts. Let me see. Going down in the comments.
Oh yeah, Draymond Jones and Shelby Harris could have a beautiful day with Jalen Hurts.
Oh, you bet. And Jonathan Cooper, buddy. Jonathan Cooper, boy, did he.
And I was listening. You saw the highlights of Ben Browning doing pass pro, so pass coverage. So I know exactly. And he did a great job of spying on Dak Prescott. So he'll do the same thing with Jalen Hurts. So I'm impressed with our defense. That energy from Caden Stearns, Baron Brown, and Jonathan Cooper, that energy they bring is contagious.
I said it earlier. I said it last week. The youngsters have to step up. And the youngsters, the young bucks, the rookies, the sophomores, the guys that are still learning, the ones that you expect to still be taking a back seat and figuring it out. They're the ones that stepped up. They're the ones that won this game.
And they're the one, they did. The youth did win this game. And they're just flying around the ball like K-Jack, and you can tell it's rubbing off and it's contagious. So then you throw Justin Simmons, you throw PS2 is in there, who's calm as I'm talking about he's legit.
He was legit, man. He was legit playing. It was perfect. It was, oh God, I loved it.
They're not talking about him much in the NFL, but because he's a quiet, he's really professional.
When you are a cornerback, they're either talking about you because you're bad or because you're in trouble.
Because he doesn't have the interception numbers, he's not talked about in the rookie conversation.
You look at his numbers, he's the best cornerback on our team.
Yes.
He's the best cornerback on our team.
And
Now,
Caden Stearns, I'm telling you, I'm liking Caden Stearns more
I
and
like
more
Caden Stearns.
at that
He's a great
nickel and
safety.
dime. He's going to be a great safety when
You know,
next year in place for K-Jack.
If we don't, I mean, K-Jack is having such a season, dude. It's possible we go ahead and try to get him back. I don't see that outside the realm of possibility at all.
I don't. But Caden Stearns is definitely a starter. So if you get rid of Bryce Callahan and Kyle Fuller, do you
can slide him? You can slide him nickel.
That's what I'm saying. So if they're on their last year, they're both injured, or they both got injured. Kyle Fuller got beat. You trade them both. You keep Caden Stearns at that position. You got Ronald Darby and Pat Surtain on the other side.
Mundungus, no. I just bought a Joe Flacco jersey. Blah. And then, of course, the whiz kid says to his dad, "It goes well with your Tebow jersey." Jay asks, is that a coincidence that it happened the week Fant is out? What you talking about? How I was going through the line the way we did? I honestly don't.
You talking about Albert O?
Albert O. His run blocking was fantastic.
I think it's just you get a chance to step up. When you get a chance to step up, you feed off that other energy that your team has already put out. So you get in there, you're like, hey, if I got to get in there, I got to keep up with these guys. I can't drag us down. Right. So Quinn Miners jumped in there, Albert O, and they were just moving. They looked great.
Right. All right. So Shadow Jacker, the question he's reiterating, the whole temperature question. You think the defense and offense have finally solidified or regressed back to playing like they did against the Ravens and the Steelers? Here's the thing. I think I'm gonna take the optimistic road here. Okay. They found their issues. They have worked on them. Sometimes these things have to be fixed in game. Sometimes it takes a couple weeks to really fix, certain issues. You only have, when you do practice, you only have a few hours a week to do it. Because the NFLPA has all these rules on how many hours you can practice these players and all that. So maybe, I think maybe just maybe they have spent enough time working on certain issues that they have figured them out. I want to be optimistic and say that going into this next game, they have finally gotten to where we wanted them to be at the beginning of the season.
Well, what I will say this, Shadow, in response to that real quick, Johnny, is it seems like with the injuries and the depth, we've had to really plug and play and see, okay, this person goes here, this person plays this position, this person plays this many snaps. And it seemed like when you play one of those video games like Uncharted and you find something that has a lock on it, you have to twist it, and rotate it until you find out, and then you finally hear that click. And it seemed like this past week with their rotations of linebackers, inside linebackers, acquisition of Kenny Young, Stephen Weatherly, Jonathan Cooper stepping up, Caden Stearns playing the nickel and dime. It seemed like they finally got that click.
They did,
and they're set up. They're set up in who they had in their positions. It just looked beautiful. It was like, okay, Caden Stearns playing this position with this play with Vic Fangio works perfect. Jonathan Cooper getting played 1-on-1 looks perfect. Baron Browning stepping up and calling the plays. Oh, that finally clicked. For some reason, this game was different.
It was, and Baron Browning and Kenny Young as a tandem. What, like those two together? I mean,
they're high energy. They're
so high energy, and they're good.
Yes,
not only high energy, they're good.
They miss tackles. Neither one of them really missed tackles.
No, I mean, knocking on wood, but yeah, you're right.
But so if you imagine, take this scenario, John. Take this.
Hold on. I feel like I have to prepare us for a hot take. All right?
Prepare us. I'm not saying it's one, but let's say, because I saw some of the lineups. We traded Von Miller. Let's say we keep Bradley Chubb, let go of Alexander Johnson and Josie Jewell, re-sign Kenny Young, and have Ben Browning all on their rookie Young contracts, except for Kenny Young. How much cap space do we keep by releasing Alexander Johnson and Josie Jewell and sticking with
Alexander Johnson's, I think, $6 million, and Josie Jewell is looking around 5, I think 4 or 5. So about $10 million.
Yeah, so we released $10 million cap space plus whatever Kenny Young and keeping Bradley Chubb. Where I don't think we have to pay him this year. I'm not sure, but then you can use that money.
Here's the thing I'll say about Kenny Young, real quick. I'm going to let you continue, but I want to say this about Kenny Young. All right, now Kenny Young's existence on this team into next season will fully depend on the coaching environment going into next season. He is a very specific fit for a very specific scheme. Which is the 4 wide. You try to slot him into another, it's not going to work well. So if Vic Fangio gets fired and is gone, and they bring, say, we've heard it on Twitter and stuff, Dan Quinn, in as the new head coach, who is also defensive minded, Kenny Young would not do it very well in a Dan Quinn style.
That's correct.
Coaching. So,
but I mean,
I love him, and I really, really, really love what he's doing for us right now. And I hope against hope he can stay on this team and keep doing what he's doing. But it will be dependent 100% on the coaching environment. Continue your spiel.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. That's definitely going to be a factor. But you free up all that cap space, and then you let Bryce Callahan and Kyle Fuller go. You get Ronald Darby on the outside, Pat Surtain on the other outside. So one's already paid. The other one you don't have to pay yet. He's still earning his contract. You throw Caden Stearns there, who's still earning his contract. The question is, do you re-sign K-Jack and keep Justin Simmons together, or do you put Caden Stearns back at safety and, draft a nickel or pick one up in free agency?
I mean, you could. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, Kyle Fuller balled out in the nickel.
I mean, you have Michael Ojemudia as well.
We didn't expect that from Kyle Fuller, but he did it. He did it because he'd had struggles all season. So who knows? I'm not going to hot take that. That's not worthy of a hot take. But
I told you that
it was. I was ready for it just in case.
I said prepare.
I was prepared, but it wasn't a hot take. All right, so I'm going to continue jumping in the comments here for a minute. Mark Langley, Mr. Mark from Georgia. How you doing, buddy? Georgia.
What's up, Mark?
Mark from Georgia.
Georgia.
I spent 4 years living next to Savannah. I miss a lot of that place. There's some things I could do without, but I did love it there. Let's see. My cousin Jay back in the chat. Philly is stout in the trenches. This will be a close game.
I think Fletcher Cox is questionable.
He's listed as questionable, but I think he's going to start. I really do.
If he doesn't play, that's a big hole.
It would be.
I'd let Quinn Miners pull in it and blow that hole up and let Javonte Williams get about 16, 17 to 31 yards.
Yeah. All right. Rich comes in. What's up, Rich? Our brother up in Canada, host of Broncos Talk on Tuesdays. If you guys were here at the beginning, please don't miss our other shows. Tuesdays, Broncos Talk, 7654, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Our buddy Rich here co-hosts with a 6'10" Mexican. And yes, if you haven't seen him before, he really is a 6'10" Mexican. All right. The other thing, Rich says, the other things which should be noted is that we have had a much better result, or we had a much better result against the run when we subbed in Stevens and Williams.
Ooh. Yeah. But Purcell's on contract, so I don't know.
I'm sorry. So is Graham Glasgow, but I mean.
No, this is Graham. I think this is Graham. This
is his last year. Yeah, and he won't be back.
Nope. Miner's got that spot locked up now.
Miner's got that spot locked up. He got it over Moody. I'm sorry, it's true.
He's better at right guard. Yeah, but I mean that's George Payton's draft pick.
In fact, I remember. I believe it was a talk on the sidelines with James Palmer, of NFL.com. He had said he believes that if it wasn't for the money that was attached to Graham Glasgow, Miners would have taken the job from him and Moody at the beginning of the season. But right guard. But unfortunately, we were paying Graham Glasgow too much to warrant subbing in a rookie over him at that time. I
mean, so we got a lot of depth. George Payton did a great job with getting Miners, and it seems like all of George Payton's picks this year.
Yeah.
PS2, Javonte Williams,
George
Quinn Miners.
Payton is a master scout.
Jonathan Cooper.
I mean, dude, we knew when we signed him, when he brought him in as our new GM, we knew his record or his past. We knew what his job had been.
A fantastic job.
But we in Broncos country, we were in Minnesota. I didn't want to take the time to sit there and be like, so he scouted this guy and this guy and this guy. You know what? Now I'm sitting here. I'm looking at my players on my team going, that guy, and I'm going, holy crap, this guy can scout.
And this guy picking up. I mean,
he gets him for deals that you never think possible. Kenny Young for a seventh rounder 3 years from now? What?
We got Quinn Miners and Javonte Williams, both George Payton draft picks, on a highlight reel. One pushing the other down the field as a guard, as a lineman and a running back. Both of George Payton's picks.
Just talk about Kenny Young. I mean, it may not be one that he picked in the draft, but look what he did.
No, he got him.
He goes to the LA Rams, who are Super Bowl contenders, and makes him an offer of a 7th rounder in 3 years for their starting linebacker, who's the top tackler on their team.
That wasn't even George Payton's best pick, though.
No, it wasn't. But I'm just saying the things he does, the
Jonathan
moves he
Cooper
makes,
as a 7th rounder.
There are flaws. There are flaws to Peyton. I guarantee it. I promise it. We've already seen some of them. But that's not the point. He's human. But so he's gonna have some flaws. Jonathan Cooper. Jonathan
Cooper.
The guy looks like a franchise edge rusher as a rookie, and we got him in the 7th round, which a big part of that is likely because of his heart surgery.
But other teams passed him up regardless.
They passed him.
Even in the 7th round, George Payton is the one to choose him. Out of all the people that could have chosen him at any point in time, George Payton chose him, and he's been. He's playing like he's got a chip on his shoulder. So he's done fantastic. And this young team, with we're clearing up a lot of cap space with all these guys leaving to get even more guys, even more people, sign more players. I think that there's a possibility we could keep Tim Patrick and Cortland Sutton after this year.
Absolutely. Rich also brought this guy up because I want to talk about him. I also liked Aaron Patrick. Dude. Our wonderful neighborhood DeMarcus Ware lookalike. I mean, wearing D Ware's number, dude. He's on the field. That guy is massive.
He is. He's a big dude. He's ripped.
He's huge, but he's making moves, and it looks good. I liked it. I wouldn't call him a starter right now with Von Miller gone and Bradley Chubb injured. I think the edge rush right now, at least right now, is kind of edge rush by what do they call it? Edge rush by I just lost the word in my head. Committee. Edge rush by committee. They're going to be rotating in and out. It's not going to be just
And who's really impressed me?
I like
Stephen Weatherly. He was getting pressure. He does this weird thing where he goes out wide and he kind of slow jogs it and then just bull rushes you.
As Rich called him on Tuesday night, the angry aviator because of those goggles he's got on. I like it though, Rich. I'm gonna keep it going for you. You keep my mile high five going. I'm gonna keep the angry aviator going for you, brother. Avatar talked about Schlottman. Schlottman's also on the COVID list. I mean, not that it's it just means we're down a backup. Yeah, another backup. Backup to our backups. So
yeah. So do we keep? Is Bobby Massey on a 1-year contract?
Yes.
So Calvin Anderson might be the starting right tackle next year.
I doubt it. He is a natural left tackle. We've seen him at right. He does okay. He's a natural left. If we move on from the
we may get something for him. We can get something for Calvin Anderson.
We might be able to, dude. I wouldn't want to. I'd want to keep, left tackle is one of the most important positions.
But if he's playing that good and he can do that on national TV, he's not gonna. If he gets offered to play somewhere else to start, he'll take it.
Oh God, Tommy, our new buddy Tommy Simmers. I almost said Shimmers. I'm sorry. Our new buddy Tommy Simmers. I own a Flacco jersey and an Osweiler jersey. 5 for the Flacco, 15 for the Osweiler. Stitched. It's the name on the front. No, buddy, I'm sorry. I might give you like a dumb lollipop for that Flacco. Maybe. Let me see. Oh, Glasgow has an out in his contract this year. After this year, all right. Mark, I like it. Mark says he loves y'all Southern twang. I like it. Hey, you know what? I'm not even from here. I mean, we live in Tennessee, and I've lived here for 8 years. And Isaiah's, you've been here, what, 5, 6, 7, 6?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, we're starting that Southern twang is starting to get into our accents a little bit, but I
guess.
So Rich was talking about when Glasgow got hurt, we put Moody in and not Miners, and that's correct.
Because we put Moody in at right guard.
We did put Moody in at right guard, but this time they tried to do Miners, and Miners looked better than Moody. And they
didn't try. Something changed. They saw something, even though that was Moody's position.
No, not this game. Not this game. The last time Glasgow got hurt, Moody got the start.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying something changed because usually when Glasgow gets hurt, they put Moody in. Yeah. But they saw something different. They saw something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering.
Like I said, I'm just quoting. I was listening back, and I heard the interview. I believe it was with James Palmer, who said that they'd seen so much out of Miners that if it was not for the money attached to Glasgow, he would have beaten out Moody and Glasgow for the starting job. But I don't know. It's just the things I hear. I was just kind of talking about what I heard there, but
I can believe it.
either way.
I can believe it.
Let me see. Mark. Oh, let me see. All right. Jay's back in the comments saying Harrison Smith is his biggest scouting win to date. It's Harrison Smith. He's good.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say PS2 is.
I like PS2, Jay. I'm with
First round.
It could be these
number 9. Everybody thinks we're gonna get a quarterback.
these orange lensed glasses I'm always wearing. But I think Patrick's
in the sense of biggest, I'd say most, the biggest, most controversial, that biggest name, I'd say is the Pat Surtain, because everybody's thinking Justin Fields, Mac Jones have fallen to the Broncos, get a quarterback, and George Payton says, nah, I see something different. I'm going to go get a cornerback.
I haven't seen this yet. I got to find it. I must find this. I have not seen minors discussing the run. I want to. I must. I have to. Go Belly.
Those two together are some beasts.
Oh, dude. What picks, man? What picks? Pat Surtain, Javonte Williams, Quinn Miners. Quinn Miners was our next pick, wasn't he? Right after.
Yeah, I think he was third round. That's what I was saying. I said George Payton's picks
right after him
on a highlight video. Yeah,
George Payton's picks right after him. Like what?
Mm-hmm.
Like dude, wicked.
Then he gets a great special team acquisition too.
But then Mundungus brings it up. Weatherly and Young were the best trades made this year in the entire NFL. Will not disagree. Will not.
Not the Rams getting Von Miller, but us getting Weatherly and Young.
No.
Okay.
Those two, like they mostly because I think they're solidifying it, solidifying us where we need to be solidified. If that makes sense.
Well, Von Miller just got his chances increased to win the Super Bowl this year.
I'm happy for him. Look, I love Von, and I will always love Von.
Yeah, the Rams are trying to win this year, so I'm glad George Payton. They're definitely trying to win now this year, but I'm glad George Payton put on the Rams, give them a chance to win another Super Bowl.
Ooh, good question here from Shadow. Our brother Shadow Jacker from MHRT After Dark. Fellas, any idea on how to stop Philly's D-line from stopping the run or applying pressure on Teddy Roosevelt?
Pull your guards.
Yep, pull your guards.
When you
not every time.
Talked about this. Not every time. Peyton Manning talked about it. Tom Brady used Peyton Manning's idea of the offensive play when you pull a guard. Then we did it a couple times last week. It's like how the D-line does a stint and does their crosses. The O-line does the same thing. That you can throw in there, mix them up. That way Philly's D can't figure out what they're doing, whether it's a run play.
Right
12 personnel with tight ends and
12 personnel with tight ends. Yep, absolutely. Look,
a lot of stretch and zone plays.
There's a lot of zone plays in that, and you're gonna have to still run up the middle some. I mean, you're not gonna get very far. Maybe with Melvin Gordon. The one thing between Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams that if you look at their stats, they're very similar as far as total yardage on the season, right?
Almost identical in carries as well.
Yes, but here's the difference. Javonte Williams is very, very low on yards per carry.
He's got a strong center of gravity.
Yards
per carry.
He takes off 8 out of 9, 8 out of 9 plays. He's getting stuffed right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is why Melvin Gordon is still RB1. Is because Melvin Gordon, you put the ball in his hands consistently, he gets you 4 to 5 yards every play.
He's more elusive. He's more elusive than Javonte Williams is.
He may not have them big, sexy runs that we're seeing, the run angry runs that we're seeing out of Pookie. Yeah,
it's based on the numbers, very deceptive.
It's very deceptive. You got to look close. Melvin Gordon is getting 4 to 5 yards per carry, while Javonte Williams technically is only getting like 1 to 2. But he's got about the same yardage because he is pulling off every now and then. He pulls off them.
It's not every now and it's every game, every third drive. He has a huge run like that.
Think about it. 1 or 2 maybe per game. Big sexy run, and he gets a bunch of yardage and he stacks it all.
I mean,
Melvin
they're
Gordon,
like
however,
highlight runs. It's
I know
ridiculous.
they are highlight runs, but Melvin Gordon is the more consistent running back.
Which is 100% true. And Pat Shermer last game finally used, because one thing I said on here, Johnny, the Friday before was, if the Broncos were smart, the Cowboys are going to use their 1-2 punch of Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. And I said, if I'm Pat Shermer, I'm going to say, hey, guess what? So do we. Yeah. And he really utilized it and showed them what it was like. Because, I mean, they're trying to catch elusive Melvin Gordon, tackle him. Then all of a sudden you got Big Bruiser coming in. Now you got to tackle him.
Well,
so I mean, he did a fantastic job.
He did. And, he did a great job, and it looked great. Let me see here. Rich was excited that I said the Angry Aviator. So there you go, Rich. Those are my shout out to you. Shadow Jacker asked where to go to start a petition for Pookie to wear number 30. Well, Caden Stearns is currently locking that down, and with the interceptions he's already got on the season and what he's been doing for us, I don't think you're going to be able to rip a number away from him, buddy.
Yeah, because they're both playing well as rookies. So,
I mean, they're both playing great as rookies. So, plus Gordon, I believe, didn't Gordon wear 33 in college at UNC?
You talking about Pookie? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought he wore 33. If anybody remembers, help me out, because I think he's wearing his college number. And most guys, if that is the case, most guys don't want to switch. I mean, look at Von Miller. He was 58 on the Broncos for forever, right? Goes to the Rams, doesn't want to be 58 anymore. He has the option to be number 40, which was his college number. There's kind of a weird, this, like, as players, there's just this weird attachment to their numbers, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if Pookie is wearing his college number, odds are he's not going to really want to switch to any other number.
Agreed.
But, let's see. When we run, I lost the comment I wanted to read.
Mundungus said before the Cowboys game, he believes Gordon was averaging 4.6 yards per carry and Williams was averaging 4.2.
Yeah.
So they were close in number, actually.
They're close, but I mean, Melvin is still the more complete running back. He is. Now that's
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just reading what the stats.
I'm not saying that Javonte isn't gonna show out and become RB1 eventually. I mean, for gosh sake, that kid's got something special, and he is gonna run all over this league. Plain and simple. I truly believe that. I just don't believe he's there yet. I believe he's got.
No, he's not.
I believe he's a 48-carat diamond. Just needs a little bit more polishing.
When Nuggets was saying that the numbers are closer than we think.
Yeah, maybe. But I still think Melvin Gordon's the more complete back. Than Pookie is, at least as of now. Now I think Pookie can step up by next season and take it from him.
Will Melvin be back next season?
It's possible. It is.
It is. It really is.
190 yards combined between the two of them, dude. I think there's a great possibility.
It really is, and they have the money for it. That's something that you vouched all season before that you didn't think Melvin was coming back.
I didn't. I'm glad you changed your mind. I still don't. But
you think it's more possible now than you did
much better now than it was at the beginning of the season.
Because because right now we're seeing the balance between the both of them. You're like, man, neither one of them's outshining the other.
Hola, mi madre. Hi to our Tennessee Suns, dad and mom in the house. Looking forward to another. Listen, I'm being an eternal optimist. Looking forward to another win on Sunday. That's right. Let me see.
Yeah, Pat Shermer seeing the Broncos are starting to see how even that Pat Shermer's treating Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams.
Look at this. Like Landon brings it up. WizKid. Pookie got his first 100-yard game.
Yeah. So we might keep that for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I love it. And yeah, Rich agrees with me here. You know, Williams has 1 to 2 big runs per game.
Big runs.
You know, I mean, they're big. I do not disagree, but you know what we need is someone who can consistently gain yardage.
And that's why I think there's a possibility.
Like look at Pookie real quick. I'm going to jump back to Cowboys. We're going to need to get more into the Eagles, but jumping back to this weekend against this last weekend.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah, we do. Jumping back this last weekend against the Cowboys, right? Pookie has those 2 just sexy runs. The one up the left side when Miners just helped shove him through people, and the other one up the right side when he went around the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Great runs, both. Great runs, both. After that, we get in the red zone. We feed him the ball 3 times. From the 2-yard line. After that beautiful pass, after that beautiful skinny post, skinny post
To
route
Kendall Hinton.
to Kendall Hinton for what was it, 40 or like 27 yards, I think. Whatever it was, beautiful pass.
Beautiful
Gets
throw.
down to the 2-yard line. We're at the 2-yard line. We feed Javonte Williams twice. He gets stopped with behind the line both times.
And then Melvin Gordon pushes it in.
No, it was Teddy Bridgewater.
No, it was Teddy.
On a quarterback sneak. Shouldn't have been able to happen. Look.
No, they said Javonte Williams did score on that drive.
No.
They're saying if they had challenged it, he would have scored. After that, Teddy got the touchdown.
I'm just saying he's getting stopped behind the line more than Melvin is.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna keep both running backs. What if we keep both running backs and both receivers?
It'd be incredible. I don't think we'll be able.
Coming back. Yeah,
I don't think we'll be able to keep them all. I mean, I want to. God, I want to. But here's the thing: I still don't believe as good as Teddy looked this week. I'll give it to him. He looked good. He was consistent. He was still throwing short of the sticks though, quite a bit. I think where it really stepped up was the receivers. Melvin was.
I'm not going to comment on the quarterback situation.
Our wide receivers were just stepped up to gain bigger yardage.
I'm not going to comment on the quarterback conversation until after the season, and then I'm just saying you keep this receiving core, and then you can pick whatever quarterback you want. I still believe
we're going to be trying to throw big money at some big name quarterback.
You still can. We can afford it. Plus, we have draft picks, so we're okay.
We are going to have. I can't remember what it is, like 27 free agents.
We have to sign. I'm talking about the guys we know because we also have 11 picks.
I know. I'm just saying.
We also have free agency.
I do not see it as practical to keep everybody. There's going to be
we can keep both receivers.
We are going to see some people we like walk, and it's going to suck.
I mean, we saw Von Miller leave, so I think we can handle this.
Yeah. So Mundunga says it here. Williams is a diamond that needs to be shined. Shermer is a shiny turd that only gets more dull with time. Drier and crispier too, boss man. Jay says Marlon Mack would complement Pookie amazingly next year. I mean,
he's coming off an injury, so
Yeah, listen to this. Listen to the whiz kid who's playing football. I mean, you can tell we should run a Philly special this week to shake it up. Could you imagine though destroying them with a Philly special?
Oh man,
how that'd be like squeezing lemon juice into a bullet wound. Like, hey, buddy. All right. Richie says no to Mac. No.
Told you, he just came off injury. I don't think so.
And Shadow says, my friends, you think Boone will finally make his appearance in the backfield this game?
Well, that'll determine whether we keep Melvin Gordon.
We won't see him until after the bye. I don't think we're going to see him until after the bye.
You think he has some touches at running back?
I don't know. I mean, we haven't seen enough. I haven't heard enough about him going into this game. I mean, they landed using a Philly special on Philly would be like feeding a chicken nugget to a chicken. I've done that, and they eat it. It's funny. Anyway, I have done that, and it's hysterical, WizKid. But I don't know. I mean, maybe it's possible, Shadow. But I honestly think with coming back with all the other players coming off of injury after the bye, with all of our guys returning, I think we'll keep going after the bye.
This can be. This game can be.
And I agree with Rich. Not that. Mark Langley says yes to Marlon Mack. It's happening. Going up here. Why put in Boone unless the 1-2 punch isn't working?
Exactly. I'm saying what I'm saying is if we're going to see Boone, I thought Boone determined whether Melvin Gordon was leaving or staying. That's why I said. That's why I said. Do you think Boone? If we're going to see Boone, is it to see whether or not he can replace Melvin Gordon, or we keep Melvin Gordon, we go to the draft on the free agency? That's what I was saying.
It's possible.
But this game comes up perfect because one, we can go into the bye at 6-4. Two, we get a week off, and then when we come back, all the guys are going to be back. Maybe even Bradley Chubb, Garrett Bowles, they'll all be healthy coming into those last rough week.
The last stretch of
those tough games, those division games, they all come back. So we're really set up to really do well. Hopefully
Avatar says special teams maybe for Boone. I mean, you never know. Good.
I'd love to see Bradley Chubb and Jonathan Cooper.
Oh, I would too. But you know what, Stephen Weatherly though.
Yeah, if he comes in this game
Look,
and really tears it up, like
Malik
Bradley
Reed.
Chubb may not
Malik
stay.
Reed. I hate to say this because I really like Malik Reed. I love him as a person. I love him as a player. I love Malik Reed. Malik Reed has to step up big time or he's going to lose his job.
I think he already has. I think he already has.
I mean, it's possible.
Bradley,
possible.
hey, for all we know, Bradley Chubb may have already lost his job too.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Bradley Chubb is still Bradley Chubb over. I mean, he still is.
He's injury prone. We haven't seen
He's
him
injury
much.
prone, but you
This
know
is
what?
his-
There's so
this year
much.
we have to let
I think
him
it's
go
about
with-
the investment with Bradley Chubb. I think the reason he would stick around is purely about what he does, what he is capable of, what we've seen him capable of when he's healthy, plus the investment we've put into him. The same investment.
Well,
has
this
been
is
put into Malik
but
Reed.
this is a pay up year too.
Yeah, it is. But I think Malik Reed kind of. I hate to say this because I hate to say this because I love him. I really do. I foresee him doing a Shaq Barrett. You know,
But I'm saying you got Stephen Weatherly, Bradley Chubb,
yeah.
Jonathan Cooper. So I mean, who starts when Bradley Chubb comes back healthy? If Stephen Weatherly steps up and does fantastic until Bradley Chubb gets there, do we keep Bradley Chubb? Because this is a
We'll
pay
see.
up or let him go.
We'll see. Now we are an hour and 2 minutes. We got to talk Eagles. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Right
I'm
now.
already pulling it up.
We've already said it. We cannot walk into a trap game. Isaiah, help me out here.
No, you're correct.
Keys to the game. Let's talk about this. We cannot walk into a trap game. Plain and simple, 100%. Period. We cannot walk into this just because they are what are they 3-6? Yeah, they're 3-6.
Oh,
they're 3.
So they need to win as well.
They need to
coming
win.
to this
They need to win big time. They need to win big time. All right. We cannot walk into this game and think that we've got it in the bag simply because of their record. We cannot.
That's correct.
If we do, we lose. We lose big time. All right.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts.
So I'm looking at the Pro Football Reference, Johnny.
Sure.
And so going to the keys to the game, Philadelphia is 11th in the league in scoring. So they put up points. They average 25.2 points per game. We're 22nd. So they put up points. They allow 24 points. They're 20th. They're bottom half of the league. We're second. So our defense is legit. We're second in the NFL in the points allowed. We have 17 points. Takeaway differential, we're right about the same. We're at now even kill. Passing yards per game, we moved up a lot. I mean, they don't pass the ball a lot. They average 209 yards because they have a running quarterback. We're 19th, average 232, but their rushing yards per game. The Eagles are 6th, so they can run the ball. So that's definitely going to come down to the interior guys of Shelby Harris, Shamar Stephen, Deshaun Williams, Draymond Jones, which they did a great job last week.
They did.
With Kenny Young. So I'm not as worried about that as I used to be before. With Kenny Young, Van Browning, pretty good. We're 13th, so we're behind.
We can do this. This is a winnable game. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say
finishing this up, Johnny, real quick.
that it's like those 3 games against the Steelers because we picked them to win. We picked the Broncos to win every time. We were bam, they're going to win. No, they didn't. I'm not going to say that we're absolutely winning this game. I'm saying we have a good chance to. Yeah. And as long as we do the right things, which I mean, look, I'm gonna pull up real quick here because Rich is working overtime in the comment section for a second. Right here he says, run the ball. 2, rush the passer. Big time, which we have been. You saw what we did to Dak Prescott. We saw what we did to Dak Prescott. He had no idea what to do. PAP, okay? Then he says tight ends need to be involved, and my favorite, chew the clock.
Yep. Time management. We killed the Cowboys in time management.
Against the Cowboys, 41 minutes. 41 minutes to their 18 minutes and some odd seconds.
That game was exactly
possession.
What we were supposed to look like.
We literally, real quick, I'm going to say it. If y'all haven't seen it already on Twitter, jump on over to denvernosebleeds.com. My newest article just posted a few hours ago. Jump over there, get my article to read. You'll like it. But I actually said it. I said it in there. We played keep away.
Yeah. We said keep it out of Dak Prescott's hand. Yeah, we're going to do that. So this
we got to do that. We got to do that. I like real quick. Landon asked this question. Do you realize if we beat the Eagles, we are 4-0 against the NFC East?
We need to be 4-0 against the AFC
West. We need to be 4-0 against the AFC West, buddy. That'll be exciting.
I love that, WizKid. Thank you.
Yes.
Because my boss at work is an Eagles fan, and they play the Chargers. So I went to work. I said, I went to work. Hold on, Johnny. So I went to work, and he was an Eagles fan, and I said, look, Captain, I don't ask for much, and when I ask for something, it's serious. All we asked was you guys beat the Chargers. We took care of the Cowboys like you asked us to.
Yep.
And you can't help us. I said, don't worry, we'll take care of you this week.
That's right. That's right. Okay, and Mark kind of responded here to Rich. Rich, the way that Rich was owning the comment section, he said 1, yes, 2, yes, 3, yes, 4, yes, 5, yes. Avatar asked what PAP was. I'm so sorry. I meant to reiterate that. Play action pass. We got to use the run game. We got to use the run game to bait them and then use the play action.
Make Jalen Hurts throw the ball.
We're talking about us.
I'm saying the keys to the game
are
the offensive keys.
Offensively, we've got to use the play action. We're going to have to against that D-line.
Actually, you know what? I'd say get Quinn Miners comfortable. Run the ball. Run it to his side.
What I'm saying is use the run game, but use the run game also to bait the defensive line into falling for the rush, and then using the play action to bring it over the top.
And you got Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Alberto, Tim Patrick. You can throw to anybody.
You could run some decent post route. You could bring some slants across the center. Granted, we don't want Court getting hit in the center. But I could see Jerry Jeudy running some really good slant routes across the field and taking that ball real quick on play action. I mean, I'm just saying, look, play action pass is going to be key for our offense. And as far as the pass game goes, now I'm not saying, Pat Shurmur. No, Pat Shurmur's out. So Don Shula, or Mike Shula. Sorry, Don Shula's son. I know that you don't know anybody who's an offensive-minded guru in NFL history. Right, Mike Shula, you don't know anybody like that. So you don't know what you're talking about. And so I'm going to educate you here.
Tell him, Johnny.
Just because the pass is working at times doesn't mean you abandon the run.
True story. Facts. This guy's telling facts.
Keep running the ball. And look, the pass will come. All right? If you run it, you can pass. It's kind of a variation right there on Field of Dreams. If you run it, they can pass.
Yes. If you run it, you can pass.
I like that. That's our new Field of Dreams right there. If you run it, they can pass. So, like a Don. Wow. Like a Don and you would do it versus Isaiah in basketball, Rich?
I'd beat both of you guys 2-on-1. I'm not worried about it.
First of all, Adon has straight up admitted he can't play basketball.
Oh yeah, he's getting dusted. I'm making him come out on an island.
He always gets asked if he played basketball, and the answer's and literally one time when I asked him that on the side outside of the podcast, I was talking to him back when I was still on Broncos Talk, and I asked him if he played basketball, and his answer, are you ready for this? Dude, I'm a Mexican. I'm like, a 6'10" Mexican.
Yeah, 6'10".
But he's like, no, I don't play basketball. I never played basketball. He loves the Bulls. He loves the Chicago Bulls, but he doesn't mean he knows how to play. So let's see. If we beat the Eagles, I like it again, Landon Clark. If we beat the Eagles, and if we beat the Eagles are 0-4 against the AFC West.
Wow.
That's
because they just lost to the Chargers last week.
I didn't realize that. I knew about us being 4-0 against the NFC East, but I did not think about that. That's a really cool fact. Thank you, WizKid. Thank you. I would give you a prize, but
we'd be 4-0, so it would obviously show immediately that the AFC West is better than the NFC East.
Yes. And here, I like this. Thank you. Thank you, Rich. He brings this up. Johnny, more importantly, running the ball, grinds down and wears out the opposing D. When at mile high, that is key to the win. And they are. Look, Philadelphia is coming up from sea level. They're coming up straight up from sea level.
Yeah.
To a mile above sea level.
And then when you got a bruiser like Javonte Williams and you're tired.
They're going to need a whole.
If I'm tired, I don't want to. That's when Javonte Williams breaks the tackles. When I'm tired, I don't want to tackle that guy. His center of gravity is so strong.
Thank you, Mark. He said my facial expression was priceless. Appreciate that, Mr. Langley. Thank you very much. I also do voices, but I don't do them that much on the show. So if you ever want to hear my impressions, I do those too. Real quick, I want to bring this up because I want to talk about this. It's outside football, real quick. My cousin Jay, Jay and I are both diehard like Denver sports fans. The only one that I'm not a fan of is the Colorado Rockies. I'm a Cardinals fan in baseball. Otherwise, it's all Denver sports. Jay says, speaking of basketball, Jokic for MVP again.
That was interesting. I don't watch basketball, but I saw that. That was interesting.
I want to talk to everybody real quick. Anybody who's watching the show who's a Denver sports fan, who feels like it's BS that Jokic got suspended for that hit on Morris the other night of the Miami Heat? I think it's BS that he got suspended and Morris didn't.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Did you see it? Did you see okay?
Yeah, I'd see that. I'd say both of them.
Dirty hit. Morris laid a dirty hit on his rib cage with an elbow and everything. 2 minutes to go. And then he turns his back to walk away like ain't nothing going to happen to me. And I'm sorry, I 100% am with Jokic. You lay a hit like me on that and then you turn your back on me, you shouldn't turn your back because you lay that hit on me, it's coming. It's coming whether you're facing me or whether you got your back to me. And that's what Jokic did. He took the hit and then he walked over and he laid Morris out.
He's got the NBA's respect now.
I believe 100%. Morris should have been suspended too. Kind of pisses me off that Jokic got suspended and Morris only got fined $50,000, which, by the way, for a player of his caliber and of his salary, is a drop in the bucket. Like
that's like, he's got the NBA. He didn't have the NBA's respect after winning MVP, but he's definitely got the NBA's respect now.
I like this. Jay agrees 100%. Mark says that bad, huh? Mundunga says Jokic should have hit him harder, and I agree. It was a dirty play.
Yeah, it was
dirty. And then, in Avatar, I agree completely. And then Morris faked being hurt. Look, he didn't go down that hard. I've seen people go down on that court real hard. He didn't go down that hard. Get up, Morris. Wake up. I know this is a Broncos podcast, but I'm a Nuggets fan too, and I'm telling you right now, get up off the court. Quit being a baby. That being said, I'm done with my spiel on the Denver Nuggets right here. All right, so Eagles, we got our keys to the game, right? Run the ball, 100%. Play action pass. Rush, we got to keep that pressure up. We've seen it. We managed to push a top 5 offensive line backwards and get in Dak Prescott's face.
What we need to do this game is we need to up the turnover differential. We need to climb that ladder and get turnovers here.
I'm going to make
strip sacks.
Yeah,
Justin Simmons interception.
I'm gonna make this difference for you. I'm gonna mention this difference between Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott. Obviously, Dak Prescott better quarterback than Jalen Hurts all around.
Mm-hmm.
The place that Jalen Hurts can hurt you is on the ground.
Athleticism.
He is not Lamar Jackson. And anybody who says he's like Lamar Jackson 2.0, stop smoking what you're smoking because it's not good.
Well, what I'm saying is, I said earlier,
he can run the ball.
I said earlier, Baron Browning did a good job spying on Dak Prescott, and they'll probably do something like that this week against Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I like it. Real quick, back to the Nuggets angle. Richie Rich, can you smell what the Joker is cooking? Love it, love it. So anyway, and then anyway, they're bringing up like LeBron James getting poked in the eye and like going down for like 2 minutes for like over a minute, like holding his eye. Like, come on, dude, grow up. You look like a wuss. All right. Anyway, so the one place that Jalen Hurts can hurt you that Dak Prescott is not as good is being able to run it himself.
Yep.
He can hurt you on the ground. So we got to be a little bit more prepared, especially when we bring the blitz for him to move outside and try to gain 5-10 yards on the outside. We got to be more prepared, which, by the way, with Baron Browning and Kenny Young, I really feel like we can stop that because they are damn good sideline to sideline inside linebackers.
They're fantastic.
Right. So we can make that happen. All right. And plain and simple, do not abandon. This is me. This is mine. Do not abandon the identity we found last week.
Don't do that. Stick with it. It worked.
Don't try anything different. Stick to what we just showed we are good at. What we are good at, it's there. Okay. And then Landon says, step 1, hurts. I like what you're saying. I want to amend it. I don't want him to get hurt. I don't like anybody to get hurt. That sucks. That's how people's careers end. And I hate that because there are so many players out there, WizKid, that I wish their careers had lasted longer. And they were ended because of injury. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. So I'll say put the Jalen Hurts on Jalen Hurts. We just need to be in his face. We need to be in his face all the time. Sacks, pressures. We need to get. I know, and I know that's what you meant, Landon. I just wanted to say it differently because God knows how people on social media are. They're gonna take that and be like, he said to hurt him, and I'm gonna become a pariah on social media if I don't amend that. You know what I mean? I can't do that.
I'm gonna laugh at you.
Well, you're a pariah already, so you should. Anyway, all right. Then we need to put in bigger guys like we did versus the Cowboys. I hate calling them the Cowgirls. It's dumb. But that alienates any female audience we might get there, Rich.
Ooh.
Anyway, I like Mundungus's point here. Needs to be less about the blitz and more about collapsing the pocket, which means that we need to be bringing the pressure from the interior defensive line.
Yep, Shelby Harris and Draymond
Jones,
Shamar Stephen,
Deshaun Williams, pushing it up the middle.
Shelby Harris and Deshaun Williams.
You collapse that pocket in the middle, guess what? You're going to have Jonathan Cooper and Stephen Weatherly on either side with their wide open jaws waiting to sack that quarterback.
Well, I think Shelby Harris has worn off a little bit on Draymond Jones because he had a couple batted down balls and blocked field goals.
True.
So he's
my God.
He's getting pressure and doing Shelby Harris's job, and that's why Shelby Harris.
But Shelby Harris is too.
As I said, Shelby Harris stepped up, and him and Deshaun are a perfect duo because Shelby backs him down, and Deshaun jumps and intercepts him.
Left hand Shelby, right hand, Draymond Jones. Like, boom, put them hands up. Like there was the knocked down field goals, phenomenal. Now, real quick, I want to address because people talked about it and they were pissed off about it. That punt that got blocked.
I didn't even see it.
You got to follow the rule, and really from what I understand, what it comes down to is, how when you punt the ball, once it's punted, it's in the air. If the other team muffs the punt, they touch the ball and it's on the ground, it's free game.
I don't even know what happened. What happened?
Sam Martin punted the ball, and and I remember who it was on the Cowboys got a hand up and knocked it down, goes 6 yards before it hits the ground. The Cowboys touch it, they get hands on it, but it moves. And then what's his name? One of our special teams guys. I believe he's a linebacker, special teams linebacker that we have on our special teams unit. Stephen Phillips, I believe is his name, something like that. He has real quick thinking, and he falls on that ball, and it's our ball, and we got a new set of downs.
Yeah, because them touching the ball
is a live ball.
So was it blocked and it went behind the line?
And then it was down on the ground.
So that's a live ball. So he
ball.
touched it like he could down, like he was gonna grab it and nail it like a downing it.
No, he fell on the ball and then they got him on the back down by contact. But anyway,
no, I'm saying the Cowboy guy. So he blocked it and then the Broncos jumped on it.
Yeah, the ball had to go past the line of scrimmage. Avatar just said it right there. Boom. Jonas Griffith. Thank you. The ball has to pass. Well, if it's past the line of scrimmage, if it fell behind, if the ball got blocked down behind the line of scrimmage, it's automatic Cowboy ball. Basically, the ball's down. But when we punted the ball, they hit hands, goes past the line of scrimmage. They touch it. It's now a live ball. Anybody can grab it, and we grabbed it. Fresh set of downs.
Okay, that's the confusion.
Territory.
So it went past the line of scrimmage. Okay.
Beautiful. It sucks for them. They're pissed off about it. I get it, but you know what? Learn to read your rule book because even their special teams coordinator was so confused. He had to be explained the rule.
Yeah, he was supposed to take possession.
It exists. It was when we played and we converted points off of it. We did what we were supposed to do with it. So. Beautimous. Now, we're at 1 hour and 20. Okay, so I think it's time to start rolling it back. I've got kids downstairs. I gotta take care of.
I gotta be at work at midnight.
Oh, that's cute. I don't have to work tonight. But anyway,
I just
It was
got
a
to
live
worry
ball
too.
land on the line of scrimmage. So there you go. Now we need to make our predictions. Are you ready?
34-14.
34-14 in favor of
Philadelphia. Obviously the Broncos, baby.
You're a monster.
Oh!
No.
Look out for the blah, blah, blah.
No, you just no. You know what? You just made yourself sound like
That sound will forever be designated to you, Johnny.
it doesn't matter. Shut up. The point is, you're wrong. So 34-17 Broncos.
34-14 Broncos.
34-14 Broncos. You're giving them a pretty wide spread there, pal.
Yeah, I think we take this momentum going into the bye, and I think
all right.
I think we make a statement before the bye where they got to talk about something going into this week, and all our healthy guys coming back. Man, I wish KJ Hamler was coming back.
Oh God, what I would give. I mean,
Albert O, KJ Hamler, Jerry Jeudy.
He'll be back next season. He
That
ain't going
lineup
nowhere.
of Tim Patrick, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, and Albert O. We have a weapon for each thing that you need.
Oh my!
So, all right.
Pretty.
My prediction. I'm going a little bit lower. All right. I love that we got 30 points against the Cowboys. I'm going to go ahead and give Broncos 27. I'm going to give the Eagles 14. I agree with you. Eagles 14. But Broncos, I'm giving 27 points. Just shy of that 30 mark, but it's over 25. So I like it. Real quick, guys, drop them in the comments. We'll pull up your predictions. We got, I saw one up here. Avatar 30-17 Denver. Jay Dreamweaver, my cousin. Oh, hold on. That's okay. Sorry, Jay 21-17. We pull it out. He puts it a lot closer. Hey, don't you boo him? Don't you boo him? We don't boo our fans. Real quick.
I booed Jay.
By this is the first time I've seen your name all night, Dave. Dave, where have you been?
Full glass man.
Hinton gets his second start because Bridgewater and Rippon have COVID, and we lose.
Don't
badly.
you say that?
You hush your face.
What is wrong with you? Dave, have a meeting.
Dave, I've seen the back on the neighborhood. I have seen the background of your house. You have wood everywhere. You better start knocking.
Yeah.
All right. Rich predicts 35-21 Broncos. I like it. I can get with it. Jay agrees with me. Dave, no. Bad juju. You better start knocking all that wood you got in your house, buddy. Mundungus says, I don't even remember what I said last night. 31-17. He's what he thinks he said. All right. So right now, all of our fans, unlike last week, are predicting the Broncos to win. I want everybody to say a prayer to God, to the football gods, whoever it is you need to pray to. If you need to get drunk tomorrow night and pray to the porcelain god, I don't care. Say the prayers you need. We predicted, like all of us except for one, Mundungus, predicted the Broncos to lose against the Cowboys, and we destroyed them. Now I'm picking them to win. We're all picking them to win now. So now we need that juju. That good juju that Dave Glassman's trying to cost us. We need that good juju up in here. All right? Now, we need to get ready to get out of here. Thank you, Isaiah. It's been a blast, brother. I love you, man. And, I hope we get to see you this week because we haven't seen you in a couple weeks now. But either way, it's all right. It's all right.
Next week.
It's busy. I'm going to the Predators game tomorrow night. I'm gonna have I'm taking my whole family. Yeah.
So I'm getting Bree. Actually, no. I'm taking her to a Titans game December 23rd.
Oh, look
That's
at
gonna be
you.
one of her Christmas gifts. And then for her birthday, I'm taking her to a Predators game. I'm getting our custom made. I'm getting us custom made hockey jerseys.
Predators game tomorrow night. I'm so excited.
I'm getting custom jerseys, hockey jerseys, LA Kings for me and Predators for her. Custom jerseys, so I'm gonna get that for her birthday. But yeah, I'm trying to take her to a Titans game.
Gross.
And then one day I'll get club seats like you in Denver.
I know. I'm so excited. All right. So we're going to get ready to get out of here. Thank you. Real quick. Richie Rich has a caveat on his score. The caveat for his score, which I'm trying to remember what it was.
If we play like we did versus the Cowboys.
Yeah, if we play like we did versus is if we play versus like we did versus the Cowboys. It's possible, bud. I really Landon, come on. I still believe 49-7. Come on, man.
Watch him be right.
Oh God, come on, man. Jay says go Preds just for tomorrow. Look, my cousin knows I love the Avalanche with all my heart, but my second franchise that I grew to love when I moved here to Tennessee and they started giving free tickets to the military was the Nashville Predators. Simply because of their fan base.
She's a Predators fan.
Simply because of their fan base, the Nashville Predators have a hell of a fan base.
LA Kings, baby.
You know, the team's decent. I don't go because of the team. I go because of the fans. I have so much fun in the stands at Preds games. It's fantastic. So there you go, Jay. I'm Avalanche from all my life. You know that. But I love the Preds too, simply because they're fans. I'm gonna have a blast tomorrow night. My family, my son loves hockey. It's gonna be a blast. Now, sorry, let's get off of that. It's time to get out of here. So thank you everybody for joining us for a fun episode of Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue Victory Week against the Cowboys. Boom. We're going up against the Eagles this week, and we need to blow them out of the water. Please do not miss the rest of our shows. Tuesdays, Broncos Talk, 6'10" Mexican, Richie Rich, 7654, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Don't miss our flagship podcast. Thursdays, Mundungus Creevy, Dave, Mile High Fiber Hauser, Mr. Boggins, a 6'10" Mexican, 7654, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Do not miss The Neighborhood this Sunday before game, an hour and a half before. So the game starts. Let's see, Mountain Time. It's going to be what, 2:35, 2:30?
So it starts 3:25 Central Time.
2:30 Mountain Time.
2:25.
Right?
2:25 Mountain Time.
It's going to start like one. We will start the podcast 1:00 Mountain Time. You know, so basically you figure it out. You know, like, and I guess it's 3, 2, 1 noon. All right, that's how it lays out this week. Do not miss it. Join us. Have fun. We're gonna have a blast on The Neighborhood this week. I will not be on it. Mundungus, the boss man, Mr. Wizard, he will be our host of The Neighborhood this Sunday. We love you, Broncos country. We love you, NRW crew. Thank you for joining us, and we cannot wait to talk to you next week when we are victorious. Right? Victorious over the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a cup. It still has alcohol in it. Here it is. I put it up.
I didn't find my cap.
I'm sorry. You'll find it. Anyway,
I know.
Here we go. We got to do the mile high five, right? So let us get ready to get out of here. Here we go. Put your arms out with me, NRW crew, and mile high five. Yes. Thank you, NRW crew and Broncos country. We love you, and we will see you next Friday.